Hello everyone and welcome back to GTA 5. Today I'm joined by Ben.
Hello,
welcome.
That's me.
Harry.
Hello.
Looking really good. Duncan, welcome. Oh
Hello.
Ozzy, welcome.
Hello.
Silas.
Hello.
I moved on quickly because you were just making the rude signals. Both of you. You're like a long-lost brother and sister. It's really weird. Yeah, you two.
It is weird how similar we are sometimes.
We'd run down a hill for cheese.
Yeah.
We're going to have to not let you sit next to each other because you get naughty.
Too much trouble.
We'll disrupt the class.
Trouble.
I have to separate you out. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if you were the back of the class kids, really.
I was.
No,
I don't think
I
Ozzy
definitely
was.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I was terrified of being in trouble.
Ozzy was a nerd.
How do I open me? Oh, there we go.
You don't need to open your parachute. Actually, it's a detriment. I'm about to fly off.
Yeah.
Well,
do you, were you like, did you have any, like, were you on good terms with teachers at school? Or were you like...
Some of them.
I was on good terms with most teachers.
There was one or two that genuinely hated me.
yeah,
Yep,
same here.
same.
I remember them. It's weird, isn't it? I remember the ones who hated me more than I remember the ones I got on with, which is real sad.
How do you know they hated you?
They told me.
All right. Okay.
And they hated me so much when my sister joined the school, they hated her as well.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow. They recognise the name.
Yeah.
Like, you troublemakers.
I had a weird high school experience to begin with because my father was one of the teachers at the high school.
Oh, did he hate
Oh
you?
my
Did
God.
he hate
No, luckily not.
Is that how you
Luckily
found
not.
out?
It
Oh
was
my
to a
god,
point.
could you imagine?
It was to the point because like he teaches Latin and ancient Greek.
Oh, yikes.
And because that's like such a small field of
Yeah, I'm surprised
teachers
they even
that
have
teach
that
that.
at secondary school.
My father was one of my teachers for 4 years.
Right,
Oh,
shit.
wow, that's weird.
Yeah, it's
So when you didn't do your homework, he was particularly
Yeah.
pissed.
The dog ate it. You don't have a dog!
I would make sure that like I didn't do my homework a lot, but I made sure that for that class I always did my homework because
How is your ancient Greek now?
my ancient Greek, I'd say my Latin is better than my ancient Greek.
Oh,
But
right.
even my Latin, like I've not kept up with it, and languages are one of those things where if you do not keep
Yeah,
up
you
with it,
don't really
lose
use
it.
the Latin as much,
Yeah.
do you? Even
Yeah,
when
you
you're on
don't.
holiday in Rome.
Not as much as you'd think.
Yeah,
You use it if you're like a Warhammer role player.
Ooh, that's true.
that's the thing. Like
Or
I,
if
I
you're
genuinely,
a Satanist. Like,
Yeah.
I took 6 years of both the languages, and I was like proficient at it. It's just I haven't used it in 11 years at this point, 12 maybe. So like, yeah, I've lost it all. I've pretty much lost it all.
Yeah,
that's a
fair
shame,
enough.
you know? Shame you don't get
Well,
many opportunities.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like we let these languages die. Why the fuck do we still care? Like, who's reading
So-
and speaking Latin?
Here's the thing. The funny thing is, ancient Greek is more useful than Latin.
Right.
Why?
Because a lot of medical terms derive from ancient Greek.
Right.
Flowers
Right.
as well. Or is that Latin? Flower
What's it?
names. You know, like horticultural stuff.
Like rose.
Yes.
Flowers, I think, are mostly. No, I think it's also.
Wow,
Greek,
we are really
actually.
showing our ignorance here. So.
Yeah.
Sure are. But at least you
yeah.
avoided that awkward moment where you accidentally call your teacher mum or dad and everyone laughs at you.
Oh, yeah.
So- I never did that exactly, yeah. But there were like, I had one ground rule with my father, and he was
you-
completely fine with it.
Did you ever get
Like,
the opposite though, Silas? Like, you accidentally call your dad sir at home?
No. The one ground rule I had with my dad, really understood, was I never ever called him sir. In class.
Oh. You never showed him respect. That's
It's not so much like.
Well, it's a
respect.
two-way street, right?
Yeah, but he was also like harder on me than he was on other students because he didn't want to show favoritism.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. He whipped you and stuff.
No, he didn't whip me. Are you fucking kidding me? That's abuse. Come on.
Well, no, but they're teaching
the time.
ancient Greek, you know. I feel like if you're teaching old languages, it's okay to teach them in a way that they used to might have teach them.
Yeah, sure, to be old school
I
about it.
think the one thing I was very lucky with is that my father like is quite a beloved teacher at my
Oh.
high school.
Really?
Yeah, all the kids love ancient Greek.
It's like the cool teacher, the ancient Greek guy.
Although there was this other student that his father was one of the English teachers, and he was not particularly liked. So I can only
Oh,
imagine
God.
like the experience for that kid must have been.
Oh, see, he didn't turn out as well.
Man, they must be so disappointed that you're like a streamer now.
They really couldn't care
Teaching a
less.
whole generation.
They really couldn't
Instead
care
of
less.
what, an ancient Greek scholar. I don't know if you're. I don't know how many parents really.
I'd argue they're both equally useful.
It's like my dad was very, very into the idea of me going to university, so I did, and I got a first. And it's like I've not ever used that
in
before,
ancient
like,
Greek. You didn't tell me about this.
But like
How are we
I
just
did,
finding this out now?
I did a degree in something. I thought, oh yeah, I'll get a job from this. It's like, oh, I actually hate that industry. Wow, I never want to work in that.
The cheese industry.
No,
I would love
wish
to
I'd
work at a
studied
cheese
I wish I could have tasted
Taxidermy.
cheese.
Oh, Ben,
should we all guess
Hi,
what
guys.
Ozzy did?
Ooh.
Advertising.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Duncan.
Oh, you know.
You ruined it.
Why have you ruined the
Could've
game?
guessed.
I was pretending it was a guess and I'd look really clever.
But I know that you know.
That's the worst, though, Duncan. That's the worst.
Did you want to be like Mad Men or something?
Just
what was the
expose
thought
you.
process for
Oh,
that?
Don Draper.
I think it was like, oh, well, to be honest, it wasn't really my choice to go. This is like getting really deep into
Oh, this is therapy.
Oh god.
My father, ancient Greek, wasn't available. It was a whole.
He was all like, no daughter of mine's getting a humanities degree.
So it's an ex-partner that basically went and did this course, and he was like, well, you've got to go and do the same course as me now. So,
My
Oh, yeah.
God.
and I wanted to do video game design.
Oh shit.
But it was like, no, you have to do the same as me. Because
I think you're very creative. I was very, very like good at coming up with weird. I think like advertising is a lot of that, right? It's like coming up with these weird situations.
None of them liked it.
Did I tell you I applied for like an advertising job?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was in like when I was sort of after uni. I was looking at anything that come along, and this agency was taking submissions, and so I had to come up with like a load of ideas. I guess they would. I feel like I'd come up with I had to come up with 100 ideas to advertise, like I don't know, Heart Pills or something.
Was there really a job, or were they just crowdsourcing their
Yeah,
work?
it's
Well, this is what I think.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like they just take your ideas.
We should do
Because
that.
when I got in there, like the interviewer was like proper Simon Cowell on me, like shitting on my ideas and like as if he like properly like I was like, you do know I don't work here, right? That's just an interview.
I'm getting paid for this.
I'm not even like one of your employees yet, and you're being really shitty to me.
Wow.
Classic.
I remember
right?
when I was browsing for like what I wanted to study. Like one of the things I did check out was game design, and I remember the application for that I found fascinating because like they didn't really care so much like how well you did in high school. The way you applied for that study was design your own board game. And they would like see like okay, so this guy has a mind for how to like design rules and all this kind of stuff.
That
This
sounds
would be a
cool.
good fit for this study. You know?
Yeah, that's a very common thing to do in your first year of uni. Actually, is to design a board game and then build it in an engine.
I didn't do any
And of course,
that.
the
That sounds
ultimate
fun.
Chad move would be to just write board games are for nerds. I'm here to play video games, and then they let you straight in. That's the test.
Just middle finger to everyone walking down through the lecture hall. Fuck you guys.
I didn't do anything like that on my video game design course.
Well, that's why you're not a video game designer. Do you have a shitty
But,
course?
but weirdly, I have made a board game.
Oh, that's true.
Here's the thing, Duncan. Did you study in the Netherlands?
No, it was in Newport.
Well, I mean, that explains it then, doesn't it?
Newport, South Wales.
I'm sure there's many talented game designers. That's where Sid Meier went, you know, and
I don't think so.
Hideo Kojima went there. Loads of real famous.
Todd Howard, actually.
Todd Howard was
famously.
there.
Just works.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of ads, though, I was listening to a podcast this morning, and you get ads for other podcasts in your podcasts, and that's fine. But then the advert for the podcast had an advert in it. So
What?
she was like, hi, I'm this person from this podcast. We talk about these things. But this episode is brought to you by this new film that's coming out that I'm going to tell you all about.
Such a
And it It's like, I don't. Why am I stacking
And imagine
ads
if
inside ads?
if that new film coming out was an advert, like the Lego movie. Do you know what I mean? Because that's just
Like
an
a
advert for
Transformers
Lego,
movie.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my! This like advert.
Do you think maybe they just picked like a random clip from that podcast and it
And
happened
they just
to
happened
be
to pick the ad read.
the one that had like the ad read? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a bit like those shitty Netflix trailers. Have you seen those where like it's just 30 seconds out of the episode at a random
Yeah,
point?
it's
with
like
no
completely
context.
like no context. It like makes no sense at all. Yeah.
Like whoever makes the trailers for Netflix,
fuck.
you're doing a shit job.
no.
Every pro card looks terrible on Netflix because of
Die.
that.
Yeah, you tell him, Ben.
I
that's
will.
true,
This is
though.
my platform. I've waited
He is
years
right.
for this.
He is right. He ain't wrong.
Every time I look like this, I have to go to YouTube to watch the real trailer before I can tell if I want to watch a program or not. Because the
And
Netflix
that has an advert in front of it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Who monetizes trailers? That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah,
no.
they're already
Oh
adverts.
no.
Oh,
Get him, Oz, get him.
Oh, what else? Wait, no, Silas. No.
Get him, I got him.
Yay, good job.
Good job, Oz.
I can't
I
believe
thought
you
you
got up
guys
there.
were fucking pushing things down. So I was like, okay, I've got guns, and then you just run at me.
Did you drive down? Is it one of those death? I don't really know. What's
No,
going
we
I
all
think
ran
we're
up
both
together.
running. We're all
on. Oh,
running
we're
up.
all running up.
We all run up. Whoever gets to the top gets
I
the
thought
gun
you were
and
pushing
Me
us
and
wins.
Harry just
down.
ganked.
Well, that, like, if I'd realised that you guys were like right behind me, I would have just grabbed the first gun and shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's what I thought you were going
That's
to
a fun
do.
gun. That's a fun gun.
Okay.
That's
I
a
thought you were
fun
just
gun.
Right,
showboating.
we know now. We know now.
Good job, Oz. Just keeping him busy while I pop his head.
You did shoot me a few times, so to be fair.
We won, all right? We won.
You survived.
That is true.
Yeah, well, stop
What are
complaining.
you complaining about? I'll see a few bullets.
I'm surprised that you lived, Ozzy, because I swear the pistol whips in this fucking
Yeah,
game
they
used to be a
savage.
one
They are
shot.
sometimes
Yeah.
a one shot.
Didn't look like she did it.
But like I hit her 3 times with the butt of my gun, and she still lived.
Wow, you have a non-lethal
She's got
cut.
a really hard head.
Oh.
Oh my god, Oz, you nearly died. Oz, you nearly
my
died
God,
at the
what the
start of
fuck?
the game.
No, I didn't.
She
Oh,
died.
Oh my
I died.
I died.
Oh my god.
Something just landed on me before we even got to start running.
That's so funny.
She got flattened before she
I
respawned.
got wiped out in 10 feet as well. Oh my god,
Alright,
it's over.
GG, you guys win.
Oh my god.
That's it. That was it.
Oh no!
Easiest game of my life.
Oh shit.
Just stay on the starting platform. Wait for everyone else to die. Oh shit!
Well, there you go. That was some GTA 5. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.